So now that our checkout screen is ready, obviously we want to click on proceed to PayPal and be redirected to PayPal to make a payment. In order to do this, we're going to use jQuery and Ajax. So if we go back to our editor, open our JS folder, basket.js. If we scroll right to the bottom, I'm going to close the browser to have a little bit more space, create a few new lines again. I'm going to create a few more to make sure that you can clearly see what we're doing here. So proceed to PayPal. First we check in if PayPal class has been found, which is dot length is more than 0. Length, obviously make sure the spelling is correct. Then PayPal click. So when someone clicks on it, we're going to execute the function. And semicolon right at the end. Okay, first of all, we're going to create variable called token, and we'll assign the value of this dot attribute ID. Then we create another variable called image, and we will simply assign div style text align center. Then we continue with our image. So image equals image plus, in jQuery concatenation is done by using the plus symbol rather than dot. And we have image img src for source / double quote, then / image, images load info.net.gif. Now I'm going to explain in just a second where we get this image from. Then / double quote and double quote again, and then semicolon. Then we have image equals image plus, and we go further, space alt / double quote proceeding to PayPal, or whatever else you might think of being relevant for the alt tag for the image. Oh, sorry, I've just made a mistake here again. Okay, then semicolon right at the end. Then we have image equals image plus, we add br tag, and please wait while we are redirecting you to PayPal. And we can put 3 dots there. Then semicolon, and we continue, image equals image plus, we close in div tag, we add another one, div with the ID equals frmpp, in other words, form PayPal, and then closing div tag, double quote and semicolon. This is basically a replacement for our checkout page. Now let's go to and type big basket fade out. We want it to fade out at a speed of 200. Then once it's faded out, we want to execute the function, which is our callback. Okay, let's scroll up a little bit. This .html image. So the basket has faded out. Now we load in the image, which we basically all this content, which is assigned to the variable called image, and fade in the same speed. And once it's faded in, function send to PP, send to PayPal, and we will pass token to this specific function. Okay, first of all, we need to deal with this image. So images load info.net. So if we open our browser, open images folder, you can see we've got this image already in a folder. We've downloaded this image from loadinfo.net. So if you go to this page, loadinfo.net, you will see a bunch of different animated GIFs, which you can freely download here and put on your website. So if you want to select any other one, this is the one we've got here. So if you click on this, select the dimensions, foreground and background colors, then simply click on generate. It will allow you to download this image to your computer. But we obviously have this image already in our images folder. So that's all done here. Now in the next video we're going to have a look at send to PayPal. But before we move into the next video, let's actually preload this image so that when we load, when we replace our summary page with this image and a message, it actually doesn't show as a broken image, because obviously Ajax only replaces content on the go, which means if this image isn't preloaded, you may see actually this image as a broken one. So if we go to our pages folder and open our summary page, now let's scroll right to the bottom, and right after the closing div before the else statement, if we type div class dn, and inside of this class we type, actually let's copy from the whole thing from our JavaScript file. Obviously we don't need this backslash or this one. We don't need this, we need alt. Obviously backslash again is going off, and this is our image. We don't need dimensions for this specific purpose, so we leave it as it is. Now dn class doesn't exist yet, so if we save this, we go back to our page, refresh, you can see the image is rotating because it's our animated GIF, but obviously at this stage we don't want to show it. So we need to go to our CSS folder, open our core.css, scroll right to the bottom, and let's create a new class called dn and simply assign to it property display and a value none. Now that we have this class defined, we can close our CSS file, we can close our summary file, we go back to the browser, refresh, nothing appears. So that's all done. Let's move to the next video now and have a look at our send to PayPal function.